welcome to another episode of the Nerd Variety Podcast. I am Josh, and I'm joined by my co-host, Hayden.
Yes.
Hello, Hayden.
Hayden. Hi. I was waiting for a second for a nickname, but I didn't get one.
Well, y'all
I know,
were
right?
tired of nicknames, so I retired them. So
What?
I've been shamed for my creativity.
That's when
No
you
one shamed you.
Yes, you did. You guys, Matt, you looked away. You wouldn't even look at me. You covered you just yeah. Hayden just didn't say anything.
I loved them. I don't know.
I
Josh,
feel like-
bring the
I feel
nicknames
like you're-
back.
I feel like you're lying, Hayden.
I would never.
Bring the nicknames back, Josh.
Also, we have Matt Burton here with us as well.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Anybody that gets that reference, you're a real one in my book.
You always have the classic "What's up?"
Yeah, but that was what I just did was a reference to something else.
So, we apologize because it has been 5 months since our last podcast recording, and life has caught up with all of us. Been trying to put out some content, in our absence of a long form episode, but thank you for whoever's tuning in and whoever watched, whoever liked those videos. We appreciate it.
Yes, we
so yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah. What have we been up to? Hayden, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I
Yes,
have
you.
been so much adulting. Like
Yeah.
too much adulting. But I got my master's degree.
Whoop, whoop.
Congratulations. Woo!
Hard work.
Thank you. So I haven't actually gotten the degree yet, like the physical one. It's in the mail. It should be about 3 or 4 weeks. But it's on its way. I've finished all my classes, my internship, everything. Now I am working on my licensure to be a licensed professional counselor. So it's a
Nice.
whole bunch of bureaucratic hoops to jump through, but I am on track and it should be here. I should be licensed by the end of the summer, hopefully.
Awesome.
That's
Thinking
awesome.
so July,
Congratulations.
August.
Yeah, July or August. I'm not sure which exactly. It depends on when the test is and when I get approved to take the test.
Gotcha. Well, when you
Gotcha.
pass and you get that title, we will introduce that title as well as with a nickname if you prefer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We can see how it goes.
Yeah, that's great. Education and adulting. It's been 5 months. Dang. I
Yeah.
have. What have I been doing? I try to like my motto is make a memory each month, and I'm having trouble remembering. But I'm trying to remember what happened between.
You're
these months.
having trouble remembering your memories.
I have because I have so many.
That's not like you. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I have to come hone in. I have to go to the 2024 closet, opening up, go through the files, but also I take pictures. So I've been working with American Warrior Wrestling Alliance as their ring announcer for their January, April, and May shows. We have another one coming up this week, this Saturday, in Marietta. If you're listening to this and you're in the Marietta area, come check us out. Tickets are pretty reasonable. Bring your friends, bring kids. It's gonna be fun. That's been a fun venture. Let's see what else. Started another Nuzlocke. I can't stop. I will beat Gen 3, or I will die trying, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a Nuzlocke, Pokemon Nuzlocke. So you play Pokemon, a Pokemon generation game, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, and you play with these set rules. So you're basically playing on hard mode. So you have to nickname each Pokemon you catch. You can only catch one Pokemon per route, and if Pokemon faints, it dies.
So you can't use it again.
Yeah, yeah. And so you're limited in what you can use. You have to be very strategic in your battles. Some people play with a lot more rules, but it just adds a lot more stakes, a lot more stress to the game. You have to really
It's so stressful.
know who you're fighting and how to combat things and how to watch out for certain statuses and just really test your ability as a player.
Yeah.
And last year I did beat a red version Nuzlocke. Matt was my witness, so he can vouch. He saw me win.
It was dope. It was
Yeah.
epic. It came down to the wire too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just because yeah, it was just, it was a lot of grinding and just a lot of fear of like, oh, one bad hit can kill, one unexpected move could kill something that you have, one of your team members, and you may be screwed for the rest of the game. So
Yep.
yep, I'm working on my Sapphire Nuzlocke. I got all the gym badges. I just need to really get my team into shape. And I'm going to be in a play in July, for the month of July. I'm going to be in children's play at On Stage Decatur. It is a Junie B. Jones play. So I'll be playing a kindergartner and a cop and a fireman. So my first play will be fun.
Nice. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. Peyton, you should.
Decatur?
Yeah, On Stage Decatur. Yeah, you and Adriana should probably come to the July 12th opening night show.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Text me that so that I can remember.
Yeah, I put it in the Peeps chat. So
Nice.
yeah, all y'all come out for that initial show. So yeah.
Yeah.
And
Dope.
so Matt, what you been up to, man?
Man, a lot of life lately, and adulting. I don't want to get into it too heavy, but my family just recently, back in April, suffered a heavy personal loss. So, not to bring the podcast down or anything, but dealing with that and the things that come with it. But also, I've also been doing a lot as far as my health and stuff goes. I've been in the gym more frequently now, so I've been getting in better shape, honestly. And my I'm working on something that's was supposed to happen back earlier this month, but it's not gonna happen this month now. It'll happen in either December or January. Still working out the details on that. But yeah, I'm just going through life, man. It has its moments, but I mean, I'm here. I'm pushing through. I'm actually having a good time where I'm at right now because, like I said, I'm getting in better shape, and honestly, that's helping me a lot mentally, and I'm digging in more to my mental health as well. So that's been a big help. So I'm good. It's just been having and taking those moments to appreciate when I can get away and de-stress a little bit, So I've been trying to do that a lot more lately too.
I think that's good for everyone to do.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
We can all attest to the importance of maintaining your mental health, as well as your physical health.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm here for the mental health part.
And I appreciate that. I mean, I know you reached out to me. You both have reached out to me on several occasions about it, and I really do appreciate it. And I do want to say thank you to everybody that has reached out to me, and my family. It does mean a lot for everybody's support. So, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you, everybody that knows and that's been following the story, the happenings and stuff. So I appreciate it.
You one of our people, man. We here for you.
Yeah, man. And like I said, it's the same for y'all too.
Yeah. So
speaking of which, I've played a lot of Broforce lately too, out of nowhere, just because.
Well, that's fair to mention because I just thought about we started Hellfighters 2.
Helldivers.
Helldivers, my bad.
Yeah.
Helldivers 2. Yeah. It's been great so far.
Nice.
That game is absolutely freaking amazing. I love it.
Hayden,
I haven't really had money to play games, so I've been playing ones that I've already had or ones that are included in PlayStation Plus.
yeah,
Um,
eh,
yeah.
yeah.
All
And
right.
Hayden, I
So
apologize. I have not gotten on Baldur's Gate 3.
I know.
I have not either.
I'm
And
sorry.
I've been meaning to. I completely forgot. After I bought Helldivers 2, like I was like, okay, this is what I need to be playing. I completely forgot about buying Baldur's Gate 3.
It,
I'm
it
sorry.
it is a lot easier for us to play given, the type of games we do play. But yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
think
Hayden,
Trevor is working on getting Baldur's Gate as well. So I think that'll be another push to play, so we can get a game going with.
Yeah.
right,
We have a lot of people we can play with. So
I've beaten
right.
it twice, and I have like 6 other characters or something. I don't even know how many.
Jeez.
so
See, that's what scares me about getting into this game because I feel like I'm gonna get into it, and usually when I get into games, I do get into them heavy. I feel like I'm gonna get into it and beat it, and then be like, okay, I'm gonna make another character, and then I'm gonna beat it again and be like, I'm gonna make another character. And then all of a sudden, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I don't want the character. I'm gonna make another one.
is that what happened to you, Hayden?
Pretty much. I'm like, it's not exactly because I have, when I play RPGs especially, I have a bad habit of creating alternate characters before I even beat the game once. So
Yeah.
I had like 5 characters by the time I even beat beat it the first time.
Ah,
Dang.
that's what scares me.
Well, at least with this one versus Spider-Man 2, you're actually playing with a variety of characters instead of just beating the same story over and over.
Right.
True. True.
I also did just tonight, I started a new playthrough of Elden Ring and so at the time of recording, tomorrow is when Shadow of the Erdtree comes out. As I don't know if either of you have played Elden Ring, but it's wonderful and it's coming out with an awesome expansion that's gotten great reviews. And I don't have money to buy it right away, but I
Nice.
decided to reinstall the game and make a new character so I could go back through the tutorial and be like, how do I play this again? It's been like 3 years.
That's nice. Yeah, Baldur's Gate's been out. It's been out for a couple years now. I've been wanting to play it, but I just know that it's going to be a big learning curve, uh, versus other like games that I've played. It's just like, this game is it's just a hard game, and I have to accept the fact that I'm going to die a lot
Well,
before I get good.
Baldur's Gate 3 hasn't been out for years yet. I mean, it was in early access for a few years, but it hasn't been fully released
Yeah.
for even like a full year yet.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. But, oh sorry,
Elden Ring, yeah.
Elden Ring, yeah, Elden Ring,
Okay, sorry.
yeah, yeah. But yeah,
At least it's not like Helldivers, Josh, where you immediately got thrown into the fire and started getting shot at as soon as you landed.
yeah. But they lured me in with comedy and just like, hey, you want a minigun? Sure. You wanna maybe be able to do an orbital strike? Yeah, dude, that sounds awesome.
we need to record a session one time and just post it because it's absolutely hilarious. Hayden, you should have seen Josh. he, he lands and the robot starts shooting at him. He's like, "What is going on? I don't know. This is not what I signed up for." And me and our buddy that we're playing with are like, "Yes, it is. This is exactly what you signed up for."
Sounds
Yeah,
right from what I've seen so far. I've seen a few gameplay clips, but I've not actually played it myself.
It's amazing,
yeah.
especially because I love Starship Troopers, and the game is essentially Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
It's essentially if Starship Troopers, Halo, and dang, what was the other game I said? Starship Troopers, Halo, and Star Wars had a baby, essentially.
Nice.
I kind of see that.
Well, it looks interesting.
It's fun.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, what's this episode about, guys?
This episode, now that we've given you a good recap of our lives, let's get into the episode. We're talking about TV show themes, and we have a lot that we want to go. We have a few we want to go through. We got to make sure we didn't like overlap because we all there are a lot of them. A lot of these shows that have great themes, and we agree. We all are like, yes, that is a great theme. But we're gonna try to go at least 5 per person. Let's see. Hayden had some good ones. Hayden, give us a couple of your top 5.
Yeah, so
And
I
they
went-
don't have to be in particular order, by the way.
yeah,
No, this isn't
right.
it isn't a ranking, but yeah, just a
right. And I came up with so many, so it was kind of hard actually. It was harder than I thought to narrow it down to a top 5, but I think I got 5 that I ranked in my top 5 for various reasons, but they included like how well they fit the show, how entertaining they are, how much you just enjoy wanting to re-listen to it, and yeah, some are really good at just kind of bringing in nostalgia. So like my first one that I chose was the Breaking Bad theme song.
Yeah.
Because it just has a great sound. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like it's very ominous, and it's kind of subtle, but if you've heard it, it's very iconic for what it is, and it's very much a fitting theme song for the show.
I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't even have that on my list, but that is a good one to have for sure.
definitely has the Western vibes and just the
Yeah.
like you said, the ominous feeling, because there are a lot of ominous feelings when you're watching Breaking Bad. A lot of tension building. Does that very well.
For sure.
Yeah.
I also chose for my second choice. I'll just give a couple for now, and then we can do it how we want. But the second one I chose was the song is called Bloom. It's the theme song for Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, the anime. If you've not seen it, it's wonderful. And I thought it was going to be just like the movie, except a little stretched out, but it's a very different story and everything. It's a great show, but if you're familiar with it, it has a heavy influence of like an arcade video game style. That's just the style it was created in and everything. And there's a lot of stuff in the manga, or was it a manga or just a comic book or a graphic novel?
I think it was just a graphic novel, but
I think it was a manga. Yeah, I have a good feeling it was a manga.
Yeah. So the song itself has a lot of like, it has kind of a nostalgic, like arcadey sound to it. And it's also just very like anime-esque. It has that like really upbeat, fast-paced, just obnoxiously joyful sound, and it's very like quirky, just like the show is. So that was why I put that one on my list.
Good choice. I definitely need to watch Scott Pilgrim Takes
I need
Off
to watch it
because
as well.
I was excited when I heard they were making it, or that it was announced, and I liked the original cast was involved from the movie, and I just want to see how it does fleshed out as an animated show versus the movie, and how they were able to really embrace the art style from the manga.
Yeah, they really do make much better use of the cast too. Like everybody has more screen time.
Yeah.
and it's great because it was a big star-studded cast.
Yep. Money, money, money.
Yeah.
Matt, give us a couple of yours.
All right. So, for starters, I've said this I don't know how many times, but a lot of mine are anime, but I do have some live action in there. So we'll start with the obvious one. Yu Yu Hakusho, number one.
Wait,
This guy.
you
Don't start. You already know.
you like Yu Yu Hakusho?
Mhm.
Holy
I'm
crap! I
not
just
doing
finished
it.
that like not too long ago.
Yeah, I know. It took you way too long to do that.
I've never seen it.
Hater.
I know they
Uh,
also just made like a live action thing of it, and
Please,
actually what kind of
please
got
do
my
not watch
attention.
the live action before you watch the actual show
Not.
because it will mean nothing to you if you watch live action first.
It really will. I don't think it's not like One Piece where you could probably watch the One Piece like live action is pretty good for
I also
shortening some
never
of
got
the.
into One Piece. Like I watched a couple episodes when we were living in Atlanta and
Hmm.
like you had it on the TV or something, and I just like
Not me, Taylor. Taylor had
Taylor.
it.
Yeah, I guess it was Taylor. I just couldn't get into it. It's just not my style of anime, I guess.
I
Though granted, I have a tough time with a lot of anime. I just I can get into very specific ones, but maybe I just haven't tried the right ones. Like I got so bored with Naruto, or
I'm
people always tell me.
I'm I'm on episode like 200 or 300 and something of One Piece. I got a long way to go. But anyway, yeah, so Yu Yu Hakusho is probably my number one all time, even though I know we said this isn't a ranking. Then I have all that because it's TLC. How can you not love TLC? And it just brought the vibes of the show. It told you what the show was gonna be about, and it brought the energy and let you know you were about to have a lot of fun with these people. And it's catchy,
The most important part of any good
right?
show.
Right.
yep.
Then
It
I
is it
had
is a very good nostalgic theme. All that.
yes, for
Hmm.
sure. And then I had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles '03 or '02, whichever year that was that show came out. Just because it got you, it was a different take on the turtles, and it was the turtles that I really grew up with, and it got you pumped up for the show, and it let you know what every turtle was about, and also it was very catchy, but it had that hard hitting kind of early to late '90s, early 2000s rock vibe to it. It gave you the energy. It made you want to run around and jump around like the turtles. It was fun. That was a good fun one for me.
Yeah, I never
Then
got to that show, that one at least, but yeah, I think I remember the theme song. I'll have to look up all of these later just to
I
be reminded.
yeah, it like as we talk about them, I get the urge to sing them, and I'm not gonna butcher everyone's ears with that, so I'll just leave it alone. Google them if you haven't heard them. Google them
We can also do
and
what we
listen
did
to
for the
them.
video game episode where we made YouTube playlist of our top uh anime our top TV theme song video game themes.
Yeah,
And
we
we
could do
made
that.
like separate playlists for each person. We can do that. We do one big one for like I don't know, we can pick like 20 like we have 15 at least 15, but we can probably do 20 and
Right,
do our top 20 uh TV themes and just make
right.
that playlist and just post it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see, what was that? All that, Yu Yu Hakusho, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rocket Power, just
Yeah.
I love Rocket
cause,
Oh
Power.
yeah.
cause who didn't want to be an extreme sports kid back then? And the theme song made you want to be an extreme sports kid back then?
I did not want to be an extreme sports kid, but I tried to be, and it was rough.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
We learned pretty quick, didn't we, Hayden? That we
Yeah,
weren't.
yeah.
It wasn't for us. I loved the extreme sport. Vibe from the 2000s.
Right.
Especially playing like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
Tony
2
Hawk
and
Pro Skater, yes,
seeing
sir.
Rocket Power, just like they make it look so easy and it's just so cool. And
Yeah.
then I got a skateboard, and I didn't really have many places to go to skate. And then I actually got to somewhere where I could try to like do some tricks, and I really hurt myself. And I was like, "Yep, I'm good."
Yeah, you know what? Just recalling an experience or my experience in general. Yeah, I used to, because my brother was a skater. Like he did skateboarding and stuff all the time, and I was the younger sibling, so I would go with him, and we would go to like these indoor skate parks that they had all over the place. And I either developed a fear of heights there, or I just happened to have a fear of heights and it made it so much worse. Like, because I would go to like the top of the ramp and I could not skate to save my life. So I would constantly be falling and I would constantly be hurting myself and I was just not having a good time.
But I remember rewatching Rocket Power on Paramount Plus some time ago with my roommate, and we just had like a Nickelodeon block set up of like, all right, we're gonna watch episode of Rocket Power, we're gonna watch episode of Danny Phantom, we're gonna watch episode of Cat Dog, and it's just like that theme song came on. It's just like, yeah, this is awesome. This is yeah. I remember why I love this show. I love watching it when it in the morning before I went to school.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful segue into one of my other ones, which is Cat Dog.
Yeah.
Cat Dog, just, it was wacky, it was wild, and it was catchy, and it told you what the show was about. And I don't care who you are, at some point in your life, you did the end part of saying Cat Dog over and over the way the singer did. Because I want to do it right now, and I'm not going to, just talking about it.
Yeah.
It's a great theme song.
It was such a weird show too, but I loved it. It was one of my favorites growing up, I think.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to
And
say
then,
that, maybe there were some, interesting substances being passed around at the Nickelodeon studio back
There
in the
was a
90s.
lot going on at Nickelodeon Studios.
Yeah. Some stuff, they has been talked about that was really bad.
Yeah.
Uh, you but the animated stuff that was, great, but you wonder how they got those ideas. Um,
Yeah.
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 okay, and lastly, but not certainly not in the least, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme.
Didn't you just
Because
name like 6 or 7?
no,
Matt's almost gone through his list.
Yeah. I
No.
think he has gone through his list. We
Yeah,
were
he's got
No.
like
5.
Didn't I
one
only
more.
get-
That's not
then
that.
I wasn't Cat Dog 4?
Nah,
You did
that was
Yu
at least like
Hakusho,
6.
Rocket Power,
Yu Yu Hakusho,
TMNT,
Rocket Power, TMNT,
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog, and then Mighty Morphin.
I'm
So that's your 5. Okay.
I'm like positive you mentioned like 2 or 3 others, but maybe I'm just not paying enough attention.
Yeah, I made sure to keep it at 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we were gonna go 2 and 2 and 2, and then circle back, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, I just went ahead and did all of mine. That's what
Gotcha.
it was.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Mighty Morphin, because just all the hard rock 90s guitar riff, and if that didn't make you want to go kick some alien butt as a Power Ranger, then you have no soul. That it got you ready, and it told you what the Rangers were there to do, and told them what to do, which is go. And that's exactly what they did.
Actually, it told them to go.
Yeah.
They took a page out of what was that Wham's book?
Yeah. Wait, was that Wake Me Up Before You Go Go?
Yeah.
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 Hero book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just amazing theme. It's just and it's so fun to like. I remember when me and Matt, when me, you and Taylor and Phil and Brittany all started hanging out. Then we definitely bonded over Power Rangers popping up on Netflix
Yeah.
and just like hearing that old theme song and just like we all
Jamming
became
out.
kids again. It's just like
Yep.
this is awesome. I found a metal cover. This guy who does metal covers on Spotify, and he's got that and some other good ones. But that one is one of my favorites. It just rock. It just goes so hard.
It does.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Yes. Yes. One of the best.
Josh, what are
Yes.
some of your top 5?
All right. All right. I've got a few. Let's start out with a fan favorite, the original Pokemon theme song. I've rewatched it, as some background show stuff for a few, maybe about a week or so ago. Watched a few episodes, some of my favorites from when I was a kid, and it's just animation's on point, and it's just the guys just hitting those notes, and it rocks. It rocks out as well. It's just it's great. It's great. Hard to believe it's only like I know, and I know there's actually a longer version out there, but all you need is that initial opening. It's just amazing.
Yeah. It is. It's one that I go to every now and then just to listen to because it's just so much fun.
Oh yeah,
It's just so much fun to rock out to.
yeah. So yes, that is one of the greats, one of the best. Fight me if you disagree.
Well, I mean, apparently I disagree because it's not on my top 5.
Oof. Oof.
These aren't any ranking, but it's gonna be. I think this should be in our playlist that we put on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
The next one is Attack on Titan, but I know there are several themes that it uses, but I think the initial one, that one is probably the most iconic one. It's been memed to hell. But it just lets you know it just gets you into the show because the show is very intense. If you haven't watched the show before, it's very intense and like it matches. So it matches the theme of the show, and it's just amazing. The trumpets, the guitar riffs, and I like and even though they don't keep that same one throughout the first season or the whole show, like that whoever they get to do their theme songs, they're just banger, 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 banger every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peyton, did you watch any Attack on Titan?
I mean, I've like tried to start it a couple times, so I've only watched like the first episode or two.
Mhm.
But no, it's one of those I've just had a hard time getting into. But I have a hard time getting into a lot of shows.
I mean, yeah, it was up there with like Walking Dead and like Game of Thrones of just like intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It that and that theme, like you said, is one of the most iconic. I just thought of an honorable mention, but we'll mention it later because it's not actually the show's theme song, but it is one of the main themes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
Attack
don't
on Titan.
that. Hmm?
Yeah. Well,
Josh said Attack on Titan.
yes, yes. Yeah, Attack on Titan. And let's go with another uh animated one. The Justice League Unlimited theme song.
Yep.
That is a good one. I
Yep.
love Justice League Unlimited.
As
Yeah.
someone who's just finished the entirety of Justice League plus Justice League Unlimited a couple months ago, yeah, it always I I always took it and listened to it and kind of jammed out a little bit, maybe every other episode, just because I was like, it's so good. It's so simple, but it's so good.
it's basically just a hard rock version of the original Justice League theme, because the other one was just like very instrumental, very, you know, orchestral, and this one just like 12-year-old me was watching the first episode of Justice League Limited, and his mind was blown of just like I was just enraptured with the just his rock so hard. I'm sure I was thinking of I had a TikTok real idea of, you know, oh, what's going on in the studio when they're recording that, and there's this guy playing electric guitar and levitating. Yeah, it's great.
Nice.
My next pick, the Boondocks.
Yeah.
That is a great one.
Yes, yes.
That's another show. I haven't watched as much of it as I want to, but I've seen like episodes here and there.
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying to see
the
who
first 3 seasons are just good.
Yeah, check and
It's
see who-
I
Okay.
don't know if they'd be able to get away with half the stuff they got away with nowadays as they did back then.
Oh,
But
I think
there's
that
so
fine.
much stuff they could cover. There's so much stuff.
There's stuff they
could
need to cover. They need to come back with more
Yeah.
episodes because there's so much stuff they can cover. I was listening to an episode to a interview with Charlemagne, and he
Mhm.
was talking with the creator of the show and some of the cast
Mhm.
about how they were gonna cover Trump in a new season. And
Yeah,
like, you know, just
they were supposed to come back with a new season, but it got canceled in a pre-production kind of
yeah.
thing.
John Witherspoon, Grant, the guy who played
Yeah,
Grant,
yeah, John
Grant passed.
Witherspoon.
Yeah, he passed away, which
Yeah,
definitely probably
his
killed
passing
some of the
had
vibe.
something to do with as well,
His what?
and his passing had something to do with it as well.
Yeah,
They were gonna his son had auditioned for the role because
Mhm.
he does a spot on impression of his dad,
Yeah.
but he still didn't get it. He didn't get the role, and they casted somebody else, and then it got canceled after that.
They need to bring it back.
They do.
Looks like the artist is Ashuru. Ashuru.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a great song. I wish there was more to it. Because it's great. It definitely sets the theme of the show that, you know, hip hop, but you know, anime vibes. Like, is Boondocks considered anime, or is it like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it's
Anime
anime
inspired.
adjacent,
Yes.
anime inspired
It's
adjacent. Yeah,
yes. It's like Avatar: The Last Airbender in that sense. Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Especially the dodgeball episode.
yeah. Or any scene where Riley's fighting someone.
Yeah.
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 Well, don't you want
Kumite?
What all?
since what you've mentioned 3 so far, you want to just finish off your list and then I can go finish off mine. I didn't realize we were gonna do all 5 all at once.
Yeah, Matt.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Or in some cases, all 6 all at once.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Matt just aimed the clip on us. Dang.
I mean, I told y'all this would be one I could go for a long time with.
Yeah, I count 6 shots. And my last, but not least, is the Game of Thrones theme.
That is a good one. I would have put that on there on my list a while ago, but my problem with it is it's too long. Like, I get it. I mean, and I'm all for like extended versions of theme songs, but for it being in the show, it's way too long. It takes up like, I don't know. I feel like it takes up like 7 minutes.
We'll find it for the playlist, and it's probably like a minute and a half. I think it's longer. I feel like it's longer than most, you know, shows we've mentioned.
Yeah.
But it
is
a minute. But I think what makes it feel so long is just like, especially in the initial seasons, there's a lot of places to cover on the map. And of course, they have a touch on each particular place where a main character is. But then as the show goes on, it should have been shortened because they're all kind of like mingling together and less places need to be covered.
Yeah. There's also
But they also like used it for House. They've also put it in for House of the Dragon. So
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
yeah, just
I
to
haven't
go
watched
there.
any of House of the Dragon.
It's really good.
Yeah, I got
But then
watch.
again, I never technically finished Game of Thrones.
It's a prequel, so you can just watch it and not.
Yes, I could.
Yeah, yeah. There's some debate if people should if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, like how much of it should you watch? Um, I'm of the camp. I'm divided. If you can watch it, you can watch the whole thing, or you can just watch until season 6 or season 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
I could see you wanting to watch the whole thing, but like I agree with you, Josh. You could either watch all the way up to season 6 or 7.
Yeah,
I would probably say 6, but that's just me personally.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember where I stopped. I remember that Jon Snow had like just come back to life.
Season 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
finish
that
season
was
6,
season
and
6.
then you want to keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
All right, Hayden, what are the rest
Yeah.
of yours? You had some good ones
Yeah.
left over.
Yeah. So I had Breaking Bad and Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Hmm.
My next one is Stranger Things. I thought that was a fantastic one. It's one that I want to listen to every time because it's
I
just so ominous.
can't
Again,
believe I didn't have that on the list.
it's just like so ominous, and it's a very like 80s horror type of theme song. And it just really captures the strangeness of the show, I think.
Ha ha
Um,
ha.
yeah.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
And honestly, this one was kind of, this is going to be controversial, but I chose this as an alternative because I wanted to stick to like about one type of like one theme per genre pretty much. You'll kind of see what I mean. It's, everything, there are a couple that are kind of similar, but I kind of chose this over the X-Files. Um, so I know that X-Files and especially the theme is very highly loved, but this one won my spot, my third place spot over X-Files because they're very similar vibes, but they're rather different. Um,
I don't blame you there. Stranger Things definitely fits in, especially with our generation.
Right. I was
Because
about to
of
say
just
I completely forgot the X-Files theme.
yeah.
It
I ha-
it it didn't register until you said something about it, and then I'm like, oh, and now I can hear it in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have both of
See,
them for my on my Halloween playlist. Um, and it starts with the Stranger Things theme, but yeah, listening to Stranger Things definitely gets me hype for the show. Definitely, like I'm like I just remember it takes it back to when I first watched it and was just like in awe of like what they were doing.
Right. Yeah. No, that's great. My next choice, it's also probably a little bit iffy. Just because it's like it's a song. It was made for the show, I believe, but the Arcane theme song, Enemy by Imagine Dragons.
Yes.
I
Yes.
just like the way it fits with the intro, like the visuals and everything. And it's weird because without that, the song to me is just kind of meh. Like
Yeah.
it's not as good apart from it. It's still good. It's still a good song. I still like it, but I think that its combination with the visuals and the story and everything just really fits so perfectly that I just love watching it every time it comes up.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I had favorited that on my Spotify playlist. The enemy I favorited that, and it's a good song, but it kind of lost its luster the longer I was from finishing the first season.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, great song, but it really is a lot better once you're watching that opening theme and you're seeing all the characters, pop up, and it does mesh very well.
It does. Yeah. And like speaking of, I'm super, super stoked for season 2,
Yeah.
which is unfortunately gonna be the last season,
What?
but it's
What?
coming up soon, like in November or something.
Where did you hear it was the last season?
From many news outlets.
What? That is unfortunate. But I don't know.
Wait,
I don't think
are we talking about we're not getting more Arcane?
We're getting
just
one more
season
season.
2. Season 2 is gonna be it.
Sad.
Was it too costly? Was it just
I have no
did
idea.
they not did not have anything else? Did they not have any more stories they want to tell? Like,
I think they're done with this story with Jinx and Vi and all that. But I think when I was reading about it, they also mentioned that they will have other League of Legends shows. So it's not going to be it for League of Legends universe, but it is going to be it for Arcane, unfortunately.
I guess. I feel like at least 2 more seasons. Like this season coming up, and 1 more season would be ideal. But
Yeah.
'cause I know it's a costly show. And it takes a lot to make.
Yeah,
it's such a beautiful show, though. Like visually.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And musically, I love like all of the songs on that soundtrack.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack is amazing.
And I only say for the most part because I can't remember for sure if there's like 1 or 2 that I'm not a fan of. But from what I remember, I love all of them.
They do a great job of pairing, like we said, with the opening sequence, pairing like a song with a scene. Like there's one scene where you're initially going into, what is it called, the underground, where where Jinx where Vi and Jinx are from. What'd you call it?
Playground. That's the song.
Playground. Yeah. That song when they go into the underground area. And then there's the one that plays where Jinx is fighting the kid on the skateboard.
Yeah, that's Dynasties in Dystopia.
Yeah. And they just a great artistic like bit from the episode. Like just
it's fantastic. Yeah. That was actually going to be an honorable mention of mine since it's not like an actual theme.
It's not a theme. It's on the soundtrack though.
Yeah. Anyways, my final pick for my top 5 is it's a pretty new one.
Yep.
But I just had to put it on there. X-Men 97. It's just, to me, it's like it has a very similar vibe to Power Rangers, honestly. It's got that like shredding
right?
kind of thing. Is it the same person?
Yep. Same dude that made the Power Rangers theme made the original X-Men theme.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But this is the X-Men 97 theme specifically, the new one.
Right. Yeah. Which it is great, and we have to do a review of that show.
We will.
Podcast. Yeah, I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, Hayden needs to
please finish it because it's a beautiful show.
Yeah.
Hayden, you're gonna love like everything they get into. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be bobbing your head and just like.
All I know,
it's
there's
awesome.
There's a bunch of they did that, and then there's a bunch of they did that.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
I 100% agree with you on that one. That one should be
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Again, it's nostalgic without actually being old.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because like it definitely captures the 90s
Mhm.
cartoon, like action cartoon type of vibe.
Yeah, because
Yep,
they keep a
for
lot of the
sure.
same like animations from the original theme, and it does change as the season goes on. But yeah, like you said, it keeps that same energy up, and it just pairs well with the new animation. It's just
Right.
it's awesome. Yeah, that will be our next episode. We're going to be talking about X-Men '97.
Yes,
Once
because
I actually get around to finishing it.
Watch it. Put
I
it
I'm I
top of the
may
queue, Hayden. Top of the
actually
queue.
I may actually just binge watch it again just because, man, I loved it.
I'll see if my roommates like if if he's gonna intently watch it, and I'll probably watch it, catch some episodes with him just to just because I don't mind rewatching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friend Taylor finished it a couple weeks ago, and I had been telling him for like I've been telling the both of you, Josh and Taylor, to finish it for months, and then Josh just hits me out of nowhere with, "Oh, I finished it a couple months ago."
No,
Like,
it is. Oh, yeah, it was recently. I don't remember
yeah,
us talking about like you need to finish it, but I was telling
I
myself like,
remember specifically telling you you need to finish it because I need people to talk to with about it because,
well,
bro.
as soon as Hayden finishes, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Top
I'm
of the queue.
currently on my rewatch of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so once I finish that,
It's you don't have the whole thing on Netflix though. It's not all so you have
Hayden,
no excuse.
it's only 10 episodes. It's only 10 episodes.
It's only 10 episodes. They're all out. It's great. Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll see about it. I'll
Well,
try to prioritize it.
do it.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Do it for the sake of the podcast.
Yes, yes. All right. So those are our top like big five that we've chosen, or six in some people's cases.
Sorry.
It's okay. But do we have any honorable mentions that you want to put out there? I will mention I really enjoyed the Dragon Ball Super themes.
All of them?
I'll say the Tournament of Power theme really
Yeah.
because the original like first four arcs had the chill da 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 da, da theme, and that was great. I can't remember what it's called, but when the Tournament of Power theme kicked on, I was just like, "Oh, is this the same show?" Oh, because I was expecting the same theme, and they just kick off with this new theme song animation, and it's just like, oh, it's about to go off.
Yep. I didn't even think of that one. But yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I want to mention, because it's not a main theme, but I do want to mention You Say Run from My Hero Academia. Because when you know that theme starts, you know it's about to go down. Whatever it is, it's about to go down. And you could almost place that song in any epic moment in television history and it'll fit.
You really can. It's crazy how it works so well.
All right, so a couple of my honorable mentions. I have so many. I want to just say all of them, but I'll try to limit it. One, just because I absolutely love the choreography to it, is Do You Want to Taste It from Peacemaker.
Let's go. Yes,
Because it's so perfectly choreographed, and you see an eagle.
Yeah.
Still
Everyone's
haven't
just
watched
serious
Peacemaker.
dancing and this rock song you probably never heard before, and it slaps.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched Peacemaker.
Man, all you need to do is watch the theme song. I will send you the theme song. All you need is watch that. I just want you to watch that, so you'll see how and maybe you'll want to watch it after. I don't know. That's up to you.
No, we've been through this.
Okay, you don't have to watch it, but still watch at least watch the theme song.
Okay.
Will you do that for us?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I will
Okay.
at least watch the theme song.
Okay. You'll get a kick out of it.
Then I want to mention so many, but okay. I guess another honorable mention. Let's make this my last honorable mention. Well, no, next to last honorable mention. Um, Look Away from a Series of Unfortunate Events. Just because
The
they managed
The live
to
action,
refresh it and keep it new like every episode.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And it was very original, you know. It's original and it's done by it's sung by Neil Patrick Harris, and it's just, again, it's very in line with, you know, the theme of the show and everything.
That was such a good show.
It was Neil Patrick. Jim Carrey carried the movie while it wasn't completely accurate, and they had to cram 3 books in one. Neil Patrick Harris like carried the show, and it just hit so many buttons, and it was just
Yeah,
I got emotional at the series finale. It was so good.
it was good.
Then lastly, because I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, because honestly, the only reason I really remembered it was because it was in a video or something I saw the other day, and I'm like, it's just wonderful. DuckTales.
Yes, that was one I was gonna mention, and I forgot about it.
Yeah, it didn't quite make my top 5 because, to be honest, I'm less familiar with it than I am my other top 5. But and I haven't seen it in so long, but yeah, it slaps.
All right, so I have 2 honorable mentions, and then well,
I will say
technically I
I
have 3.
just rewatched an old family video from when I was 5 in 1997. I know I'm dating myself, but I remember watching. I was
Literally.
watching the video. And I saw myself, and I remember I couldn't you couldn't see the TV, but I know I was watching DuckTales. Uh, when the camera was on me, like me and my sister were watching DuckTales. I'm like, oh yeah, I was watching DuckTales.
That's
That was
adorable.
good. Good
Wait,
time.
Josh, you're dating yourself?
Yes.
That seems like, what happens when you break up?
Then I probably need some therapy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call, Hayden.
Soon. Give me
I'll give you a call,
till the
Hayden.
end of the summer, and then I'll be available for
Okay,
hire.
good. I'll let you know how the relationship's going.
All right, so I've got 2 honorable mentions, and I'll leave it alone. My first one's gonna be Arrow, just because, especially when that show first started, like the epicness of that violin, like just you knew this show was about it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was dark, it was dark, it was ominous, it was kind of broody. Like
hmm
you knew you were about to be in for some intense
Yeah.
stuff.
We had I remember watching it. Hayden might remember from when we were roommates, but I was showing Taylor the show, and whenever the show was going off, and the end credits were coming on, but they played the theme song, and we just get our our arms up. Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
That violin is
Yep.
just so they just dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun, 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 dun. It's great.
Yep. And then my last one is gonna be similar to Hayden and DuckTales. It's gonna be Darkwing Duck.
Also great.
Yes, because while I was spending time with my mother, um, I was spending a lot of time while she rested. I was watching Darkwing Duck, and that theme song, for some reason, randomly played in my head one day, like just out of nowhere. And I was like, I'm gonna start watching Darkwing Duck again. And so I did, and I started it as I was spending time with her. So like now it's like stuck in my head all the time, and I just want to sing it and dance to it. And it kind of gave me a sense of, feel good in a really dark time. So that, and plus it's just great and it's catchy. Bad guys are out of luck. 3, 2, 1. Dark. Like it's good. It's good.
Yes.
They
It had that. It had that. What'd you call it? R&B kind of power line.
yeah. I think
Kind of
that
power
was
line vibe to it.
that was I think that was kind of part of the formula for a lot of shows back in that day.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, good TV show theme puts you in a good mood, puts you in a good place. But
Right.
what do you guys think of our top picks or our picks? We had a lot of them. We'll get a YouTube playlist out soon on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that out. We've got shorts, we've got older episodes, and we'll have this on there as soon as we can agree on our top 20. And yeah, check
Did
us
you give
out.
your honorable mentions?
I just had one, the Dragon Ball Super one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for listening, and until next time, nerd out.
Nerd out. We love you.